What brings you in today?
My left shoulder. I feel like restriction here. So like I feel like when I'm sleeping or if I like do like this, I feel like a pinch or like a, I don't want to call it a pain, but it's definitely a restriction.
Okay. And how
Like,
long has this been going on for?
Maybe like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months.
And 6 to 8 months ago, was there anything, any movement that you did that kind of you felt it tweak at that point, whether you're in the gym, whether you slept on a soft bed?
Yeah, it wasn't anything specific.
No.
At least, no, I didn't feel it. It was more just like, I don't know, I noticed it one day, but it wasn't anything like trauma that I remember.
Okay, so it just kind of gradually came on.
Yeah, like when I'm in bed, like if I'm
Yeah.
laying down, I'm like doing this in bed and it's like, I can't even extend my arm fully.
Okay, does it
Yeah.
get like pins and needles, numbness, or is it just kind of like a dead arm?
It kind of like has like a pain or restriction, like right in, yeah, like right
At the
like
top.
here. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a stomach sleeper?
Sometimes, yeah. That was right at the part of it. I was like, then I reach, I'm like,
You literally planted, your head is torqued 180 degrees, and it's there for like 2, 4, 6, 8 hours, right? Which has huge histological changes in your tissue.
Gotcha.
So we don't want to sleep on our stomach. Not only that, when you're sleeping on your stomach and you turn your head and you lift your arm, you have so much vasculature and anatomy, nerves, artery, vein, lymphatics that go down your arm. As you turn your head, it's like you put a kink in the pipe. You occlude all of those vessels. You shut the system off, right? That's why sometimes your hand could go numb.
Yeah,
It can
I get
get
that
the
often.
pins and needles.
I get
So it's kind of, sometimes I describe it as, and this might sound weird, with your saliva, or if you take a sip of water, if you were to swallow with your head straight, try it, right, and then you try to swallow with your head turned, it's more difficult with your head turned, okay? So imagine if you're sleeping on your stomach with your head planted to the side, all that is cutting off that circulation, that nerve supply, everything to your arm, right? So you're literally limiting the nutrition, the innovation, the health to that, which is why maybe some of the tissues are sort of starting to degenerate, why you get pins and needles, numbness. So we need to see your shoulder alignment, your neck alignment, to see if you have created a malalignment that puts abnormal tension on your rotator cuff muscle. And then that's where I come in, right? Where we fix your alignment to take the tension off the rotator cuff so you're not feeling that pinch.
Got you.
Make sense?
Perfect.
Okay, great. I'm looking at a static assessment of you, and when we look at you in the mirror statically, what do you see? Between your right and left arm, at the tips of your fingertips, which fingertip is lower?
My right now, I see.
Your right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And I would agree. I would even say in your chest line, we can see that the right pec is lower. From your traps and the tip of your shoulder here, this is lower as well. You can even see in your shirt the creases. This triangle looks a little off. So if I was to exaggerate you, you look like this. I'm exaggerating.
Got it.
Okay? Right. So this left shoulder that's paining you is up like this, right? It's sort of, if I was to describe it, it's kind of like in a state of being spasmed. You're kind of holding it like this, which is causing more problems. Okay? You might already understand this because I explained it to you, but we're just going to get
visually.
a visual explanation.
I need a visual too, so.
Exactly. Visual feedback is great. So, right side, this is your shoulder line. I'm exaggerating.
Of course.
Okay.
Make it a hill.
This is your shoulder line. Now, your body is never going to allow you to walk like this. Okay? Fortunately and unfortunately, your body compensates and your head goes like this so that you can see at eye level. So this is your head. So if we have a curvature in your spine, like this, which kind of topples your right shoulder down, left shoulder is up, in order for your head to be straight, we have another curvature compensating. Okay? So on this side, all of your traps are working so hard. That's why we see this bulge up here. Your shoulder girdle, this is your scapula. Your rotator cuffs, They're all in a biomechanically not sound position. So they're working, it's kind of like trying to work your hamstring in an awkward hip position. It's not going to contract at the same way as it should if it wasn't in a biomechanic. It's not going to contract the same way as if it's sitting in a correct position, your hip, for example. If I was to contract my hamstring in a stretched, awkward position like this, it would be more difficult than for me to contract my hamstring like this.
Right.
Same story with your shoulder. It's up here, so it has to sort of maneuver differently to be able to get the same contraction. When you're biomechanically sound, it becomes easier. Okay? So my work here is not to just rub away at all of this soft tissue.
Right.
Because we'll do that and then you'll come back next week with the same problem. My work here is to make your shoulders aligned, spine is straight, so we take the tension off of here, so you're not feeling that pinch here. Make sense? And then you're happy. And there's always like, this is not always the case. Like you can always start at the spine or you can start in soft tissue, it depends on the problem. But for you, because I see that curve in your spine, I'm going to start here.
Okay.
And then you need to assess in your daily life and routine, what am I doing that's causing this pattern?
Yeah.
Am I at my computer? Am I on my couch on one particular side? Am I sleeping in a certain position? Whatever that you think that's causing this malalignment, you need to change.
Right.
Because what you do the majority of time is going to have a way bigger effect than an hour treatment.
Right.
Right?
Makes sense.
You have your body 24/7, I have it for an hour. So what you can sort of curtail in your daily routine will be huge.
Got it.
Make sense?
Complete.
Ready for treatment?
Yes.
Okay.
It sound right, boys.